Welcome back to Side Yard Mechanic. Today we're going to be installing our parking brake cable on our 54 F100. We got some parts in from mid-50 F100 parts. Got the most important tool right here. We got our Ford truck manual. Opened up to a parking brake section. We got a parking brake cable. This is from the front, from the lever down to the yoke. Then we have the rear cable assembly. It's one piece, self-adjusting. We got some hardware, got a clevis, a mount, some brackets, all the bolts. Not quite sure exactly what we're going to need, but we're going to get under and find out. Alright, so here we are under the truck. So the truck does have the parking brake cable installed, but you know, I don't know how old it is. Goes through some brackets here, down to the drums, both sides. I don't know if it even feels like it's kind of locked up. Then the cable goes from that yoke. So this is that one piece rear. So it goes, you know, to the left and to the right, driver's side, passenger side, through this bracket, and then the cable comes through here from the parking brake lever. So these are self-adjusting, the book says, or not adjusting, self-equalizing. And the cable runs at the bottom of the truck past the transmission. This is why I want to change it, because it had wore through right here. Wasn't very happy with that. And it runs up under the floor, so I think we're going to have to get up in the cabin and pull this access panel out. Right now we're in the cab of the truck. We're going to have to pull the carpet up. I had to cut the carpet the last time when I put the clutch in. I'm going to have to pull the carpet, pull the access panel, pull the shift lever. We got the parking brake handle here. Got that on eBay. We're going to have to clean that up. Figure out how to mount it, where the mounting holes are, some hardware. So let's go ahead and get this pulled up, get it opened up. Alright, so we got our carpet peeled back. We got the transmission top cover, access cover that we need to pull off. We also pulled back the carpet here on the firewall. You can see here's the original parking brake cable. Runs down into right here, this little hump where the access panel is, and that's going to go run back to that yoke under the truck. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get this top panel removed. We'll see about getting the new cable installed. Alright, so we got the cable all disconnected and pulled out of the cab. Now we need to disconnect it from this cross member here and from the rear cable yoke assembly. What we're going to do is we're going to spray a little WD-40 on here just to help it along. Firm the threads. Probably spray these brackets here. I think what we got to do is we need to get a screwdriver and knock this clip out of here. Let's see, maybe with some pliers. Try to do it while holding the camera. Need to work on getting a tripod or something. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna put you guys down so I can use a hammer and screwdriver here. Alright, there we go. Got the clip out. Cable should. Now we're going to get this off of here. Not quite sure if this is going to come off, but we'll see. Might Might put a wrench on here and loosen this one. Alright, so it looks like the threads on this front cable are pretty rusted and corroded. This nut got all seized up on here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut this off. Get my grinder cut off wheel. I'm going to just cut this off right here and separate the two. We're going to be replacing both pieces, so it's not very important. We just want to get them out of here. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut this cable off. Let's try to... gain some more room here so we could try to cut it right here in between the nut and that yoke. There we go. Alright, so now I think all we got to do is just pull this out of the cross member here. Alright, front cable's free. So now we got to remove this rear cable. Looks like we got some brackets here, some clips. Probably the same thing, just got to knock these clips out here. Got them. Let's see how this works here. Just slide that boot back, slide the cable into the housing and down that little groove in the middle, I assume. There we go. These brackets look good. I don't think we're going to have to replace these. Alright, now we got to pull our wheels off, disconnect the cables from the inside of the drums. So now we got to remove the wheel and remove our club cap here. Try not to scratch anything. Our lug nuts. Remove our drum. Alright, so it's always a good idea. Take a picture of your drum brake setup before you start taking it apart. Get an idea of where the springs go. Little keepers. Down here is a parking brake adjuster. The cable comes in from the back and it touches to an arm. Attaches to an arm here at the back shoe. So we need to get this apart so we could get that cable out. Alright, so first thing we got to do is we got to get these springs off here. Use our little brake tool and get those off. Try not to shoot them across anywhere. Here's our little washer guy, and then even it's a good idea to lay out your parts on the floor or cardboard so you keep track of it. Alright, then we're going to take these little guys off. What you got to do is there's a little slot in here, you have to turn them. So put your finger on the back of that little pin, that little nail thing. Push down and turn until it pops off. Push the pin out through the back. To the other side. Alright, now we should be able to take this parking brake and take the drum brake assembly out. This bar out of here. Spring. Take this out of the wheel cylinder. We should be able to just swing this down. And this is our parking brake cable attached to this arm. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull back the spring to release the cable. Like that. Okay. So the next step we got to do is you got to remove this cable from the backing plate. But there's little fingers that hold it into the backing plate. You need to compress those fingers to get it out. So with some pliers, you can kind of squeeze them together. This one's got like 4 different fingers on it, so you got to rotate the cable a little bit. And as you're squeezing on them, try to pull the cable out of the backing plate. kind of hard to get in there. They don't give you a whole lot of room. Alright, well that was a complete pain in the butt, but we got it out. There's the little tangs you gotta compress to get the cable out. So we got the old cable out now. It's time to run the new one. Cables ran alongside our old ones. We want to make sure that they're the same. All the ends, the fittings, the length. See here, pretty much they're all the same. This cable assembly from mid-50s F100 is really nice. Comes with all the hardware, comes with the jam nuts, comes with the yoke attached to it, comes with the little protective boot or like sheathing, extra sheathing over. You can see the old one here has that little sheathing and the new one does. Comes with new P-clamps. The only thing it didn't come with were these little boots. Here's the old one. It had this boot to go over here to keep water from going inside the cable. This one doesn't have it, which I don't know if it's that big of a deal. What's nice about these cables too, it has like a clear plastic coating on it, so they slide real nice. The cables slide real nice. No drag. These old ones, they didn't move at all. See here, this front cable slides real nice inside there. I don't even think you need to lube these with that plastic coating. I know the clutch cables we put on the Harleys, the clutch cables and stuff, they say don't lube them up when they have that coating on there. So let's go ahead and get these installed in the truck.